And away we go. Bonus reward on 10 hits. Critical success. Oh, that's a hell of a distillate for me. Do that. I should save that for something else. Alright. That looks pretty sick. Lord. There's a level 1 cat. There's also a level 1 cat.
Nice to finally have some visitors.
Oh, I get a luminous bracelet. The Ghosts in the Darkness. Eleanor Franklin often thinks about the mine and the poor souls trapped there for eternity. They were not just miners, they were her friends. She laments their fate and wishes she could do more to silence their melancholy songs. Learn more about the Blue Ridge Mine incident. Ms. Franklin mentions. Then go to Mrs. Go to the old mine and find your way inside.
We get by in peace and sadness, the ghosts and I. Like in an old folks' home, I suppose. We keep each other company. The ones up in the mine, that's a different story. A real horror story. They weren't just Ed's crew. They were our friends. My soirees were the talk of Kingsmouth. A touch of New York glamour to the sticks. That's why I had the pool dug, you know. And no, I don't mean the kind of party where you leave your keys in a bowl. I know they still linger and suffer. Must be lonely under those old cold rocks. Back in the day, when I would still leave the house, I tried to silence those voices. I called every priest, every psychic and paranormal investigator in Maine, and not one of them stayed overnight. Even the Indians and that little Ami girl offered their native mumbo-jumbo. At the time, I thought, the nerve of it, considering the part they played in the whole mess. But I suppose they were only trying to help. Sometimes, when the wind comes, I hear those boys at the mine singing. I can never quite make out the words.
I'm with the auto host. Examine the old newspaper on Mrs. Franklin's desk. Now, Solomon County Police have entirely closed the mine following an incident that may have claimed the lives of several workers. Details are scarce at the moment, but Sheriff Pangborn has asked anyone with information on the whereabouts of Chuck Thompson, Billy Woodrow, Samuel or Jimmy Rigsby to contact him or the Sheriff's office immediately. Mine foreman Edmund Franklin still on bail following August's accidental shooting of something. I thought that was a name. They meant the month. September 1971. You can also see the still no signs from Blue Ridge miners. Interesting mail there. Go to the Blue Ridge mine.
Oh, hello there.
Oh, hello there yourself. Let's see what else we can see in here. I'm pretty sure I never noticed this TV. Huh. Does it ever show anything though? That's interesting. Okay, so we can port up here and then come around this way, I think. $25 Wendigo. All right. Should be a weld we can snag over here as well. And some lore. Side dimension. Signs and symbols. A stone monument covered with strange symbols is hidden away at the mining site. Its purpose and the meaning of the symbols remain unknown without more information. The symbols look native, and the stone could possibly be meant as protection. Look around the neighborhood area for more Wabanaki symbols. Bear claws. I unlocked a well. Ooh, there's a lure. Level 32. Where's the other rock I'm looking for? Where do I see it? Oh, I have to go all the way to the Wabanaki camp? Ugh. I guess I can just leave that until I come back out of the mine. Should be a rare boss around here as well, somewhere. Lamp.
Inventory updated.
We have an achievement. I don't know if we'll actually get the achievement, but whatever.
Been held under so long, I ain't even got the memory of the man I was. No loving memory.
Locate a picture of Chuck Thompson's family. Is it in the other one? Ah, what? That's horse crap. What did I trigger? Christmas 1970.
Would you look at that? One fine day that was. How you like it, Rigsby, you undead son of a bitch? Ain't no more Christmas where you're headed.
Find Billy Woodrow's remains. Find his whiskey flask.
Quick access
Okay, we
inventory.
got dynamite. We got allure. Whiskey flask.
That's the stuff. Damn shame my courage died down here before I did.
Okay, we already have the dynamite, so just use it here.
Ed took the fall for Jimmy's temper. We all fell. Seems to me you ought to square things up with Mr. Rigsby. Digging till their hands are red. Digging when Jimmy should be dead. Ed took the fall for Jimmy's temper. We all fell. Finish this for us.
No darkness reigns.
Got him. It's where the mine line's actually like less than helpful. It's almost easier to see stuff without it. It sticks out more. Locate the mine elevator controls. Turn to Eleanor to learn more about the mine. We were always happy to see the Illuminati dig themselves a deeper and deeper hole out there. We are ready to admit we might have been too eager for them to fall and not paying enough attention to how. What you witness inside the mine is what happens when you dig too deep in the wrong spot without the proper knowledge. We can see the dire consequences of the Illuminati's reckless actions. The Wabanaki obviously knew this was a fragile environment and they paid a dear price for that knowledge. But they paid it willingly and they served their purpose. We should make sure it was not all in vain.
Critical empowerment results.
Okay, so we can just port, I think, to Blue Mountain.
Appropriately.
Should probably try and go unlock this well over here. Hello, lore that I can't reach. Oh, the rare's here. Where are you? Oh, double dice. Nice. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Haha! Woohoo! I lucked into that one. The Wendigos. Wabanaki lore. There we go. Symbols make a mockery of meaning. They are sad signifiers of the unenlightened. The Keepers of Quiet do not need them, but very few have achieved the wisdom of the Keepers of Quiet. Neither you nor I are among them. Neither is anyone on Helm Island. And so we must betray the purity of intentions and depend on symbols. The Wabanaki mark Blue Ridge Mine as a site of sickness and terror. Trust that they are adept at reading their land.
Critical empowerment results.
We'll check these guys out later. We're gonna go back to Eleanor.
Well, hello there. My husband told me to expect you, so I threw on the glad rags. I used to take any excuse to socialize. Threw the best parties this backwards island has ever seen. But that coach turned into a pumpkin a long, long time ago. Now I just share this old pile with all my cats and all the ghosts. Even moved the furniture down to give them the run of the upstairs. And the view from those big windows. Oh, it was a peach of a view when I shared it with Ed. The peach trees are rotten through now. Things started changing with Ed back in that cold, cold summer of '71. Even before the ruckus with the Indians over that damned hole in the ground. Blue Ridge. Something happened up there. Started eating away at him, but he wouldn't admit to it. When he came home, if he came home at all, he shut himself in his study with all the books and maps. And he shut me out. And then there was the incident with the Indians. Ed didn't mean to kill anyone. It was self-defense, but he was tormented by it. He couldn't sleep. Suffered night terrors. He'd stay up, always scribbling in his books, on magazine covers, on the tablecloths, on the walls. I could hear this incessant scratching in the dead of night. After a while, I stopped asking him to come back to bed. I never did figure out where he kept all that writing. When his crew was found dead in the mine, it was the straw that broke the camel's neck, so to speak. I found him hanging in the attic. His face was the color of a ripe plum. But that's not how I remember him. Not how I want to remember him. He was a good man, my Ed. A good husband. A good friend. There's no shortage of secrets in this house, but Ed's lost his way. And his mind. Says he once knew how to put it all together. But he's just broken memories now. None of them good. Says the dreams came through and ate him up. And unless something is done, they'll eat us all. Says it's all in here somewhere, but he can't remember where.
Interesting. Search the mansion for Edward Franklin's notes. Let's actually check out her dialogue. I'm just gonna listen to the lady for a minute.
I'm sure my reputation precedes me, though only the trick-or-treaters make it past the private property sign these days. Ever since that Killian woman got run out of town, I've been the honorary island witch. A foul-tempered old widow who shut herself up in a haunted house for decades. I've always trusted my cats as better judges of character, but maybe they got me on the temper. Old? Now that I'll argue. These are Saks Fifth Avenue. But there's that temper again. My friends always told me to come back to Long Island or to Manhattan. They still do every now and again. I was a city girl once, but I'd grown to dig this weird little rock. I couldn't leave it. I couldn't leave Ed. And I'd be afraid to see what had happened to the city since. You ever think time goes so slowly, but then you look outside and it's been rushing past like out the window of an airplane? This house, well, you knew just to look at it that it was haunted, didn't you? Few coats of paint away from its best days, just like its owner. But it was never beautiful, unlike its owner. I used to blame the Indians. Used to think they put their evil eye in the place to take our lives. And it did take our lives. Just dead quickly, and on its own sweet time with me. DeVore was the name of the man who built it. The Blue Ridge Mine as well. The story goes the Indians cursed him for his troubles, whatever he did or didn't do to rile him up, and he lost everything. He ended up dangling for the murder of his child bride. As I was saying, I used to blame the Indians too. I called them vengeful folk who never forgave some grievance a generation old. When you look for a grudge, you find one. Oh, they were caught up in things, all right. But this house was just built bad. You picked the wrong part of the island for people watching, and the wrong season, too. I remember the old summers with those Matahando kids splashing in the river, the morning mist boiling off the marsh. Now you won't be spotting anything through this pea souper. I don't get out to see people much. I don't really get out further than the porch at all. Just sitting with a book and the whippoorwills. Henry Hawthorne would come out and try to save my soul every few months. And every time I tell him it's much too late for that. He likes to sketch the house. Says he's real big on late period architecture or something. And Helen Bannerman, or worse luck, her gormless deputy, are duty-bound to check I haven't died in my sleep and stunk the place up. She calls me Ellie, and I tell her, now you look here. I remember when you were still learning to walk. Terrible shame what happened to her father. Gutted fish and tragedies, that's Kingsmouth, much as I ever made of it. Survived the storm? Well, hell, I'm a tough old bird, you ask anyone in town. I survived it the same way I always do, battening down the hatches and just sitting it out. I do recall the cats taking a real hating to this one. Hissing and spitting, tails up like chimney brushes, but they're ornery creatures. Most of them were yelling before their mom even finished biting through the cord. This fog is outstaying its welcome, though. They must have put a real dampener on the town Halloween. Haven't had a single knock at the door until you showed up. Not that I'm complaining, but I do resign myself to the visits this time of year. A couple of times I thought I spied some folks out in the gardens, but Ed said no, it was nothing. Wait for it to blow over, he said, same as that big Halloween storm in '91.
Alright, so we got all her dialogue out of the way. So we gotta find his notes.
Please stop by again sometime.
Ooh. Sun's dead, the quiet ridge, scream of life, exhausted, starry, emptied, we dig till death becomes life. Old gods, new old gods, new? B. Lee 66. Unseen something. Night is the Gawa? Illuminati stuff. No good, no God. No saving me from what is waiting under Blue Ridge deep down in the deep shaft locked away. Oh, Ellie, you don't understand what a man works on in here, down there. Been so busy, me and the man I shot dead, me and all the dead men. The Vikings and Braves are honeyed ancestors. Crude drawing of a Sasquatch. And that is a Sasquatch skull. Bring the skull to the Sasquatch chief to get their attention. Over here.
Nice to finally have some visitors.
Huh, gave me a buff called Goodall, reduces incoming damage by 7.5%. Hunter's Hike. That's a big old Sasquatch. We're in Squatch country now. Complete the mission War of the Totems for Sasquatch Chief. War of the Totems. The Sasquatch are deeply connected to Gaia and can use animal-channeling totems to expel the evil dominating the island. Their problems lie in the constant weakening of the threads that power these totems, and without help they may not be able to protect the land for much longer. Infuse yourself with the anima in the Sasquatch camp to activate its resident magical powers. Start with the tree behind the chief and let it guide you from there. He seems so mad. Kill the venomous brood corruptors. Crap. Now I have Gaia and Boone. Receive periodic healing. Man, this healing buff is like fucking with my head a little bit. Destroy the Royal Macabre. Hello, Lore. Those simple beasts, they sense the forces flowing around them. They are remnants of an older age, tools of an earth that sought to regulate itself. After acts of great change, great reshaping, these beasts were as gardeners tending to the raw wounds of transformation. That is what they understood. Now they subsist in a world paralyzed by its very inhabitants. Denied, they still work their shrinking gardens and shell until the end. We were merciful to relax them into their grave. The time for kind custodians is ending, and we must steer the future harshly. Know thy enemy. An abandoned tablet is marked Mavis Anderson CDC. The owner is nowhere to be seen, but perhaps his content can shed some light on what happened here. The area is infested with the cobs. The CDC was lucky to gather samples and study the creatures. Finishing their job can be helpful to any remaining researchers. Now they're going to gather samples. Waha! Reach into the Sasquatch Chief's hidden stump to claim your reward. Install the Sasquatch Chief's Trevor glyph in the slot of a superior blue quality weapon or talisman. Oh, we get a fierce. Level 33. Woo woo. And our first glyph. Roar. Scavenger. The Sasquatch are trying to make crude weapons and armor with whatever goods they can salvage in the area. If only these gentle giants had more solid materials, they could make better equipment. Based on his gestures, it's safe to presume the Sasquatch chief wants help in scavenging for scrap metal and other materials that can be used to make equipment. A good place to start would be the abandoned factory complex nearby.
Quick access inventory updated.
Before we go there, though, there's a rare boss that's like up here or something? I think it's up here. How do I get up there? Lord, oh Lord. Here's a royal burrow. Here we go. That's exactly what I was looking for. Midnight in the game. Hey Mega Spirit, how's it going? So we're supposed to be able to trigger something over here. 2 Orochi agents lay dead near a Wendigo burrow, 1 scientist and 1 soldier, perhaps a bodyguard? Why were they here and what were they doing when they died? Find out what the Orochi agents were doing here, they consider should carry out their task. Test the samples acquired from the CDC on both Condition 17 zombie and Crypto R6 Wendigo subjects. We assume with 63.333% recurring probability the Crypto R6 have been rendered docile by the bioccult fog. Use 1 dose per subject. Record each injection on provided forms. Avoid contact and cooperation with the CDC staff.
Quick access inventory updated.
Find a Wendigo. Keep getting distracted on these little jaunts. Hey Leo, how's it going, man? zombies. I got Virgil and a party ghoul. Late luck is smiling my way. Nice, man. Congrats. Well, that one works really well. Gotta get rid of some of these side missions. They're like piling up. So I just keep picking up everything that I come across. Insects are of no concern to us. Consider on the scale that we are operating. All are as insects, scurrying about their hives in pre-planned pheromone pathways, rearing 1,000 drones to take their unthinking places, gestating a new generation only to be devoured by them. If these disease controllers would truly understand the insects, they need only have looked at themselves, reared on misinformation, marched unthinkingly to their deaths for the good of the hive. The queen is sick, the hive is dying, we must close off the old pathways and migrate beyond.
Critical empowerment results.
I have 2 maxed blue talismans now. Crazy! Field experiment results. Red sample. Wendigo became fiercer, their skin toughened. Zombies perish after injection. Hypothesis. Targets muscle tissue, only effective against creatures with low metabolism. Purple sample. Wendigo induced hemorrhaging. Zombies enhanced generation. Targets the blood, only effective against specific blood types. Yellow sample. Wendigo became dazed and slows. Zombie immobilized. Hypothesis targets the nervous system, effective against multiple types of creatures. These test results will be studied in St. Petersburg. Subsequent chemicals will be developed in Brisbane. Of course, by the time we develop and test the formula, you'll be in the mouth of a new enemy. Theoretical branches of science are on the cutting edge of chaos, but practical applications inevitably lag behind. The confused collision of events never stops, neither should you. Okay, so now I can go back to this one. So we'll go here. And let's see. Creepy. Roar. there a way? There's a way over here, right? Somehow. I think. Maybe. Waha. No, I fell down. Just gonna run past this stuff as much as possible. Whoa, where did I land? That was just fortuitous right there. Boom. I kind of got off my trail. Let's see, I want to go this way. Here we go. Whoa, Nelly. Where did you come from? There's a boss. Why doesn't he wake up? There he goes. Boom. Well, I'm gonna have to like start making new pieces. I like how you see them drop in from the sky. Kind of came at this a bit backwards. It's alright though. Search junk cards, scrap metal. Man, I need to spend some APSP or something. more hit rating is good. Where was it? Oh, it's right here. Wow, that's freaky. When I hear a drum, they really show up fast. Go to the factory area. Gather scrap metal. Okay. Wait, where's... Oh, the lore in there. I love you, grenades. Oh, what's this? A tractor. Nice.
Critical empowerment results.
Woo. All the metal I need. Exit the area and find the scared scavenger. Find more scrap metal. Even more scrap metal? Aha. Oh, here we go. Da-da-da. Boom, shakalaka. Okay, now we find our way into the central mill. I'll try to do this part too early. Kill the infected Sasquatch. Whoa! Law, baby, law. Alpha Scout, eh? Huh. Scavengers. See how outmoded concepts are drawn to one another like strange attractors? An abandoned race fashions tools from our abandoned machines, staining their hands with the oil of progress, the very progress that displaced them. The maelstrom of constant use and disuse consumes all. What is civilization? It is a collection of rocks selected from the rubble of what came before, handed down over and over until they are worn smooth. The message lost, the shape lost. All that remains is empty ritual, scrap metal. Hey, we finally got an AR. Scout. A soldier from Fire Team Alpha was killed while he was doing recon. Unless someone picks up his mission and finishes it instead, his death will have been in vain. It looks like the soldier had a few objectives left. Finish the job for him and report your observations to your faction handler. Go to the southeast recon point. He's coming back again? Go away! Killed you already. Oh, that was actually part of the mission goal there. Southwest recon point. So you basically just kill 3 things at each point. Boom, done. Sprint 5 is 1,000 orm. How much is 1,000 orm right now? $194 off. Fuck that. That's not happening. Sprint 5 is not happening on this character. Okay, so I finished this. I wanted to finish the mansion, I think, before I got too much further along on the main story. Plus, I really like the mansion missions.
Well, hello there.
Keep in mind that anniversary is coming in a month, so it will rise even more. You think so? I really loved it. I seriously really love this mission right here. Haunting. The old Franklin mansion is home to Mrs. Franklin, her 13 cats, and give or take a dozen ghosts. She can feel their presence, and the house's history weighs heavily on her. The history of the mansion is exceptionally eventful. Learn more about it to understand the people whose spirits still haunt the place. Once you know more, examine the strange mirror in the attic in which Mrs. Franklin claims to have seen the image of her deceased husband.
When Ed and I arrived over 40 years ago, this mansion was already chock full of baggage. And I mean the bad kind that people don't talk about. And heirlooms, too. Even before I realized that one had a lot to do with the other, I never threw anything out. Hadn't the heart for it. All the little things people left behind were a part of the house. Part of the haunting, too. But I don't scare easy. With 13 cats and maybe a dozen ghosts, I've only got so much attention to go around. To be honest, the cats cause me more trouble than the ghosts. Recently, I've been thinking of organizing the upstairs better. Doing up the old rooms a little for them. Let them know they're not forgotten. The ghosts, not the cats. All those empty rooms, sheets over everything. It's as if someone died. Well, yeah. Yeah. I'd start out with that big old standing mirror in the attic, which I do believe belonged to Joanna DeVore. You know, one time, I caught a glimpse of Ed in it, like he used to be, all done up in his Sunday best. I hardly felt surprised, but like a damn fool, I blinked. And he was gone.
Let that be a lesson. Never blink. Ever. Okay, that hurts my eyes. Find historic facts. I feel like all the cats are level 1 and they all have names. Unless I'm mistaken, maybe there's a level 2 cat, but I've yet to see him. All the cats I've seen so far are level 1. New England named the most haunted top 10. Number 4, the DeVore Mansion Salt Mound. For the 100 years old, this imposing mansion is haunted by the ghosts of many tragedies. In 1904, a servant girl dies after being accidentally locked in a storage cellar. In 1918, tragedy befalls the entire Delapore family in mysterious circumstances. In 1966, it was the site of the infamous Solomon Island artist commune massacre. The killer, Billy Lee, was declared insane and is incarcerated to this day in Arkham State Hospital. See page 8. Lobster Trap Seafood Restaurant, and can't really get out very well. Some kind of bingo ad. Examine the mirror. Bloop. Examine the calendar. October 1904. We did it! We have time traveled. Blue lantern. Everyone has a painting of this guy. It's a map of Blue Mountain. This is like the statue in the Illuminati tunnels, right? Basically. It's probably the same one. Or same model at least. Pretty sure you can get this bed in Conan Exiles. So far, I believe every event led to a temporary price rise for Aurum, but need to check the data sheets on it. Yeah, I mean, I suppose it's possible, but it seems pretty high as it is right now. Well, that's a nice one. Pretty famous one. Ames whoa. Is that cat level 24?
I'm locked in the basement.
That cat is level 24. I found a level 24 cat. Amesbury is the shit. There she is. It's like, where the hell's the housekeeper? Amesbury, you sly bastard.
Thank you.
Wait, she's the same level as the person? Because that person was level 24 as well. What's going on? Touching the mirror again. The Poor Mining Company, 1918 in December. This is like one of my favorite instances, actually. Because it's the mansion in snow. I wish the scenario that we did was in the snow version. I would like that more. Shadow. Yeah, everything is level 24 in here, so I'm guessing it just auto set the cat to the level or something. Well, at first I thought those were bestial filths. Now I think that you never Krampus rocket this instance, right? I need to demand an infinite Krampus rocket. I do need an infinite Krampus rocket, and I don't know if I Krampus rocket this instance. I don't remember if I tried and maybe it didn't work, or what the deal was.
Thomas, get back here right now!
It's Margaret Delapour. Yeah, alright, this instance looks really effing cool. I wonder if I could. I probably could. Probably could just jump off of here and rocket up, I imagine. Kill 10 spirits. Those things count as spirits? Really? I was unaware of that. Can you jump out a window in this one? That might even be better. Manga, I don't understand what you're typing, but I think it says that you don't comprehend, that you don't understand English. I'm gonna look it up. Yeah, sorry I don't understand. I didn't think I got close enough to that guy to do that.
Mom, I'm
The whispers. I can't get rid of the voices.
Where's my phone? I could try my I could try my translate app. It's not playing. I'm gonna examine the calendar. 1966, April. It was like a Joker smile. Okay, found Harriet Brown. Four. Sweet. Screw you, Billy. Billy Lee. See him on the calendar. Psycho Oil. October of now, whatever now is. Touch the mirror again. You've seen through the mirror into the past, and all you need to decide is which side of the mirror you are on. Touch it again. There's a strange sheen on the face of the mirror. Weird. The Franklin Mansion is an idea, not a place. Its current crisis is rooted in conceptual misconstruction. It was built from the ethereal top down, its first stone an impossible vision of grandeur. Of course it must crumble and bleed, and then it will be re-misconstructed again. That is the way of things. We encourage you to participate fully in this process. Mislaid Foundations is the only game in town. Level 34! Alright, we're gonna finish our missions off. Funeral Crasher! The ghosts in the Franklin mansion are restless. What does it take to spook a ghost? Eleanor said the ghost started getting restless during the big storm, and then again a few nights ago, but at the same time she heard a lot of commotion just down the road. She's not digging out the talking board to find out, but somebody else could.
Fancy them carrying on upstairs like that, stomping around and slamming doors. It reminds me why Ed and I agreed on no rugrats. At least not till we could move back to Long Island. What do you suppose it takes to spook a ghost? I'm not digging out that Ouija board to find out. I've already got enough sorrows to last the rest of this lifetime. I do feel a responsibility for them. They have as much claim to the house as me. Besides, if they're upset, the cats are upset, and if the cats are upset, and so on. That big storm got them in a frenzy, both the ghosts and the cats. And then again, a few nights ago. Come to think of it, the night I heard an almighty commotion down the road. They wouldn't stop yelling till the next morning. When even the ghosts are spooked, it's probably not a good sign.
Find the board.
Well, hello there.
Here we go. I T R A G E S L O C K E D I N S I D E 2 3 3 8 3 I Y. Huh. I'm trying to write this down. I've never actually watched this before. It rages locked inside 23383 IY. Huh. And you heard a commotion up the road. And it's not like I don't know where this mission leads. I've done it a million times. But I'm just trying to actually follow stuff through, as opposed to just kind of rushing it. Two, three, three, 8, 3, IY. Eh? Pretty cool. Concerned about directive. I don't care what you think you heard or what you think might go wrong. Transport the occult entity to base camp for scheduled examination and field testing. Remember, you are transferring a highly dangerous condition 4. Follow all the precautions outlined in your assignment documentation. If the transfer is compromised, stay inside vehicle and report to reticle. Review special protocol documents. Respond to situation. Barring statistically unlikely event of a thaumaturgical security failure. Oh, you get to go to the website for this one. Most condition 4 manifestations are capable of communication through various methods. A manifestation's power may be gauged by its attempts at communication. A fully formed condition 4 is capable of speech in the audible spectrum, although it may choose instead to vocalize shrieks and cries. The type of communication can also be related to condition 4's state of agitation. A raging or disturbed manifestation will typically refer to abrupt, aggressive communication. Stronger entities may even become less manifest by doing so. Note that violent condition 4 manifestations are antagonists towards placid manifestations. We presume the feeling is mutual. Typical communication includes audible wails and cries, movement of other inanimate objects, including legion activity, sibilant whispering, changes in atmospheric conditions, chills, clamminess, sequence electrical malfunctions, radio shorting out in tempo with speech, tones or notes often vocalized as humming. Exorcism. While primitive manifestations may remove with the application of brute thaumaturgical force, most condition 4 scenarios are more complex. Study of the unique traits of individual manifestations is highly recommended to optimize survival. Case files have included the use of music, mirrors, blood sacrifice, and various further means. Subgroups of condition 4 manifestations include, but are not limited to, specters, projection of human will, often resulting from a violent or perceived unfair death event, existing in an alternate reality, the drowned world, or the physical world. These manifestations have been recorded as both benign and hostile. Haunts. An offshoot class of the spectre, haunts choose to manifest in forms most likely to cause fear and revulsion in living victims. They are psychotically unstable and obsessed with vengeance for past injustice. Poltergeists. Kinetic forms with little motive intelligence. Poltergeists often recorded in areas where more powerful manifestations are present. It is unknown whether they are drawn to such manifestations or a product of them. Wraiths. Highly dangerous predator from an uncharted alternate reality. One of the most powerful condition 4 manifestations, able to assume a physical form and travel between realities at will, used as ritual assassins by various historic cultures. Studies to repeat these methods have to date proved inconclusive and fatal. Spirit. The most common low-group manifestation contains many regional subgroups. Ghost lights, wisps, phone ghost shadows, as they are chiefly comprised of animate energy. Stronger manifestations have been observed to feed upon them. So I think there's supposed to be a clue there, and like is about the music or something. And then this is Morse code. And I don't know Morse code, but I know where it's telling me to go because I've done this before. It's telling you to go to Joanna's Trail. Dude, that dude's missing an arm and a leg. Okay, so I think here we have to do, well, not here, but we can reset. See some of the ghosts in this place. I never started my music again. Wait, there was like a little dude walking there. Where'd he go? Hey, there's lore. There's the condition 4. And there's like other ghosts. Seem to have him cornered. Find the spirit's hiding place. Hey, there's Harriet. And I think that's the sun? That's like wandering around like that. So then, I don't remember the order to banish the spirit off the top of my head. I don't think that worked. I don't remember what it is. This is crap. I'm just gonna look this up. Oh, okay, hold on. Before I you have to play that in reverse. Turn to the realm. It's weird that like it seems like the darkness sort of follows you around. There's the mom from the snow one. Yeah, see that's the kid, I'm sure of it. It's just that for some reason in first person like it keeps making everything darker. Why is that stone highlighted? Oh, because it's part of the burrow, yeah, you can attack. Never mind. The Orochi Group's direction of testing is not unprecedented. Experimenting with worldly effects on the non-corporeal is something we have been doing for centuries, with mixed success. The most difficult part is usually to safely secure the data, something the Orochi researchers seem to have found out the hard way. Our intervention, on the other hand, was timely and allowed us to secure the data with minimal risk, all according to plan. Your ability to pop up in the right place at the right time is getting increasingly predictable. You're becoming less and less of an unknown factor in our models every day. This is pleasing. So we got the Grimlican pet, and then a reward bag that gave us Racing Glove Brown. Getting that hit rating in, yo. Alright, so her main missions are done. Time to do. I kind of want to get these out of the way, the soldier ones. I think I'll be doing those next. I'm gonna end the stream here shortly. Just want to kind of get in place. So I leave the character place I want to start tomorrow. Hey, max my belt.
Empowerment results.
Nice.
God help us all.
Well, that's the bus crash survivor. You know, I know the mission updates. I never actually, I think, noticed them. The mission updates when you like enter the camp, basically. Alright, yeah, this is where I'm gonna head out. See if there's someone playing Secret World I can host. Give me just a second. Alright, we're gonna give WXDPL a host. I think I hosted them last night. Cool people. So go say hi for me. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. See you tomorrow.